Top of the morning ski, I ain't gonna lie. The boy did overslept today, so I apologize on that behalf. But I do see that I will not be trading today. So yesterday and today we didn't trade. We're not gonna trade. Yesterday we didn't trade because of FOMC, and today because we have not really much of a gap. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dive in. Tape read. You can just say as to why I wouldn't really trade today. All right. But first and foremost, hopefully you guys are feeling blessed as always. Hopefully you are, you know, healthy. Hopefully you're having a great, morning, afternoon, night, from whatever time you're watching it. Right? I'm surely to be, you know, grateful to be woken up today. I feel blessed. I feel great. I ain't gonna lie too. I opened my eyes. It was like 7, and for some reason I opened my eyes again. It was like 10:02. I was like, "Yo, yeah." So that's tough. It is very tough, kid. It is very tough. Trying to use the bathroom, but I guess somebody using it. But it is what it is. All right. So not really much of a gap today. All right. So just gonna go ahead and this video today might be a little short. All right, but it is what it is. All right. So first thing first, we can also see that from yesterday to today was really more of a rangy day, which I'm very surprised because we had FOMC later in the PM session, and we had a nice calm, you know, a gap into premium, which afterwards we did decline lower, filled that area up with sell side, and excuse me, we did manage to trade into a new week opening gap. Like we did mention how we wanted to see price, dive in a little bit into premium, and then rally up on higher, but she didn't. Right? It was just more of a rangy day, which it is what it is, right? So hourly, we're in the hourly, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the daily, so you guys have a quick refresh. So currently, right now, we are in a daily CB and a volume imbalance, and not only that, but we also have another volume imbalance. Usually, when we have two volume imbalance near each other, like really near each other, price will range. So currently, right now, I would like to see price either above, excuse me, above this volume imbalance, above this value imbalance, to then continue, to be above, right? Not to be in the middle and still inside this daily, series slash volume imbalance. Right? So I need to see her at least above, right? Or below, right? Otherwise, you guys gonna see, right, as to why today we're not gonna be trading, right? It's not. I don't expect really much anything to happen today. If it do, it is what it is. But we ain't touching the market. We ain't touching the market. All right, same thing for NQ. We have a volume imbalance here. We have one here. Overall, we have a volume imbalance, and we have a daily CB, right? So both of them in the daily time perspective. Go down to the 1 hour. All right. Again, remember we didn't got. Right. So yesterday, previous candle around like 4:10, and today at 9:30, we didn't really have much. So the first thing I noticed after midnight open is a small little rally up on higher, right, for ES. Small little rally. This CB already was already filled. We did decline down lower, took out some sell stops around 8 a.m. I'll say more of like 8:30. We did rally up on higher. We did take out some buy stops. We're gonna go ahead and highlight that, right? We're gonna do that. We're go ahead and mark these buy stops like I ran. No. And we're gonna do the same thing here for NQ. Right, so both of them ran a buy stop, right, after rallying higher and then going down lower around 8:30 or so, taking out sell stops. All right, we can see that we do have a no, we don't. Yesterday, I did notice that we had this 1 hour sell sign efficiency buy sign balance that was not filled on NQ compared to ES, but we could see that afterwards we did manage to fill it, right, which was today around 9 a.m. Right, ain't gonna lie to you, I gotta use the bathroom, but it is what it is. I have to go pee. So, all right. You can see we took out some buy stop. Again, I'm just running through as to why we're not going to be trading today. But I'm just going to stick around a little bit with you guys. We didn't gap into anything. All right. So, notice we took our buy stop on each of them. I'm going to go ahead and dive into the lower time frame. Right. We do have this area here around 10:15, which would be an eye opener for me. Because if we do manage to take that out, I could see us pushing a bit on higher, right? It is gonna be, if we don't have a strong, displacement higher, then again, it is gonna be a bit of a how can I say this, of a small high resistant, right? Just until we get onto here. Right, because our main objective is to see price get up to this 1 hour SIBI. For the simple fact that we have some we have price here that is not balanced, that needs to be balanced, right? Man, I gotta take a piss, brother, man. 5 minute. You can see that as well. If she decides to go ahead and trade to and through here, we could push up a little bit into here, but you can see the displacement that is taking place, right? Again, we didn't have any gap happening, so at this point anything can happen while bugging. I should have a small, nice. Actually, you did have gap. Yo, you see what happens when you wake up? You really be out of it. We actually gap into premium, my boy. My boy. No, we did gap into premium. Bug him, y'all. Yeah, we did gap into premium. I had it on the 1 hour. Yo, I am out of it. Literally, I thought I was looking at it from the hour perspective, but we was not. Es not interesante. They got into premium, so I apologize on that. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. See that? We did gap into premium, so we did rally up higher, taking out buy stops. Excusez-moi. Although I'm still gonna be very cautious of today. I'll tell you that. Very, very cautious of today. So, give me 1 second. I do want to mark off these. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and take a piss. Never mind, he's still in the bathroom. Gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, he's still in the bathroom. I'll wait for a little bit. Ugh. Alright. Looking at a few things, if you guys wanna really know. But I'm still gonna be very cautious. Because we still, right now currently we are above a daily. Okay, 1 second, yo. back. My bait. All right. So sorry about that I keep going back and forth. All right. So finish marking up a few things. Gonna be demanding a lot. Currently, right now we are inside this 5 minute. What is the low? 77. 75. Yes. $33.50. I have that marked up right there. Right there. Which is the same for ES. $67.25. $61.50. All right. Good. All right. So I am gonna be very, very aware, just in case if she does decide to go down any lower. We are trading between these two 5 minutes as well. Is it 42? What's that low? 44.25. So I am paying attention very closely. See this right here, this 1 hour that we have. We don't really have in terms of price for NQ, we don't really have the same thing. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Let me go ahead 1 second. What is 36.25? 38.75. Let's go. See, it's very, very, very small, even though we do have one, but it's very, very small. But we're still gonna mark it up. $48.50. So we are between a few to a lot of things. So this is the reason why I'm being very, very picky today. We did gap again into premium. I thought we did it. I was just looking at it from the hour perspective. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys again real quick. This is NQ on my left, ES on my right. On the 5 minute, we did gap into premium. So same thing here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna be waiting for more confirmation before I click any buttons. So both of them did do that. Again, I won't favor as much going down or lower. But if we do get an opportunity to go down lower, I need to see aggressive displacement. At least one of these I want to see if it could get taken out. They came into this 2-minute inversion in here for both of them. So let's be aware of that. Currently above this daily volume balance in here and below this one right here. A little separation between this volume balance and this one for ES. We do have a nice calm little resistance to run into here. Yeah, I'm still waiting. So if y'all hear my dogs. Back into this 5-minute in here. Did they at least tap into it? Yeah, they're right. Yeah, this indeed it did. For this 2-minute right here. Look at this displacement going up higher. Yeah, I did. Got about like 40 seconds. We're trading above in here. Let's see. NQ. All thing over a bar right now. So it looks like we're about to close and have this turn into a 5-minute inversion. Good rejection here. I would have loved for it to just close like the 5-minute did on NQ on ES for NQ. See how she did right here for NQ for ES? She closed above this 5-minute, and then we came back. Still waiting. Another rejection now lower. We did reject off this 5-minute in here. Got like 4 minutes before we have micros come in. And I was looking to see if we rejected for the 50% of the current leg, but we can see the wick. The rejection of it. So one of them is being respected, the other one is it. Definitely tap into here. Not really much. After trading above this 5-minute, now we're trading below it. Whatever, Bob. Whatever. I'm being very, very, very demanding today. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just being in between those two daily volume imbalance. Like, yeah. Usually when price does that, you know, we're gonna have a lot of like up and down. You see this volume imbalance here and this one here for NQ. For ES, we have it's a whole different story though, because we have some separation between this one and this one. So if she's gonna be above this one, you know, we still have room. So I'm not even into anything right now either. So just being patient, seeing what she wants to do, because now this is a whole 5-minute inverted FUG that we're not trading below, and we just wicked off this area in here, which is another 5-minute. You know what I mean? So more of a just be patient, and we inside this gap as well. Maybe opening gap. Got like 30 seconds of here. Let's see how we manage to do. stops. Keep jabbing into it. We go back above it. Nope, there we go. So this becomes invalid because it has been traded to and through with buy side and sell side. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. We're gonna remove that. Now we trading below. This area in here. See. So we did gap in previous. So if she does want to go ahead and dive in lower, I need to see some aggressive displacement under that back and forth BS. You just enter 1050 to 1110 micro. Ain't really much. Not really much happening. Nothing of interest. But yeah, usually when we are around a lot of PDRAs near each other, just start demanding a lot. Because usually when price is like that, we have any? No, we only have like 8:30 news. Usually when price is like that, where it's like near a lot of PDRAs, it tends to consolidate or range. So look at that, we have an hour here, an hour here. I stop, L stop. You know what I mean? We have a 5 minute that is still in place for NQ and already filled for yes. Came back into this 5 minute in here. She's rejecting off of it. Still respecting this 1 hour in here. You do have a small little 5 minutes in there, but I'm not really a fan of it. It's too small. So if price comes back into that, she's gonna fill it. But I am aware that we do have one in there. Alright. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Guess this was the only chance right here to get into a trade from here to here, but after that it was nothing. But we have woken up late, so he's not gonna go ahead and take any of that. It is what it is, though. You know what I mean? Because again, we did gap into premium, so now that I'm looking at it, this would have been a good setup here. We had these go all the way into yeah, look, we did even go into the 50%. Yeah, but that's about it, bro. Nothing really much happening. So into premium, we did ran down lower, but yeah, we came in late again. Am I mad? Not really. This is what it is, bro. It happens. Wednesday. Yeah, tomorrow's a much better day. Yeah, much better day. We have more to work with. Yeah, don't get me wrong. This was a nice setup right here, though. In 4 minutes, it gave 652 points. Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally right here below these 935 would have been a good area to get out. Yeah, well. So there's not really much happening right now. Like 3 more minutes. So again, from premium, took out some buy stops. Displaced 1016. Boom. Same thing here. Buy stops taken. Came back into it, and it was a good one too. It was a good one. It was a good one. And we also came into this 1 minute here. Inverted FEG. So GG. Just want to go and expand that because that's a good area where a price once came to, and she can either reject off of it again on trade 2 and through it. Not the best in terms afterwards. Literally, all you could see one entry, but again, your boy overslept, so we missed it, which was up here. So I was not gonna be rushing into no setups. That's wild. That will be wild. So from here back into this new week opening gap, we already trading inside the new week opening gap for NQ. So yeah, so no setup for us today. Basically mess our setup. It is what it is. It's always tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah. It's always tomorrow. Yeah, that was a great setup. Great one there. It was literally at 10:16, and we had logged in at 10:18. So it doesn't matter because we were not taking that setup. Look, even at 10:17, we would have been taking it. It would have been too far off, too far gone. Yeah, too far gone. She would have been gone. She would have been gone. That's about it for me today. Um, yeah, no setup because we woke up a little bit. We overslept a bit. Um, but this is gonna be a good study case for us to go ahead and dive in when I come back. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah, that I know in the future when I see something like this, I will take it with no hesitation. Cause I usually love when I see like for example here we see a SIBI and then we have a bullish candle to the right and then a bearish to the left. Oh man. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and log out. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys I have not taken any trade. Still gotta push into getting the account in positivo. Okay. Okay. So still down 1,000. You're definitely gonna get that up. I'm not worried. Back to the screenshot of this. Yeah, you're not gonna see really much happening today. Aside from this move down lower. Dun, 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 dun. But real quick before I dip, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up by saying that I did favor price going up higher for the simple fact that going below would have been a high resistant trade. We didn't really have too many. We didn't really have much to go ahead and filled lower, rather than just this 9:30, you know, candle here. Um, but your boy favored more to the upside, even though we got them premium. There was a nice, quiet, calm setup. But yeah, all right. So I'm not mad that we didn't catch that low sell. But now I know for the future, if I do see something like that, what I will be, doing moving forward. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off here. As always, ooh, see, I almost forgot to read y'all the message of today, bro. Gotta make sure we read a message of today. So we got Tuesday, day 58. Ask, believe, and receive. Just 3 simple steps to create what you want. However, very often the second step, believe, can be the most difficult one. And yet it is the greatest step you will ever take. Believing contains no doubts. Believing does not waver. Believing in an absolute faith is absolute faith. Believing remains steadfast despite what is happening in the outside world. When you master believing, you have mastered your life. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Hopefully you have a great day. Sorry, really wasn't really much to discuss today or speak about much today. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. Stay blessed. Be grateful. As always, 5 P's. Proper preparation, prevent poor performance. Like my mama always say, be the first one in the room and the last one to leave. Apply that to everything you do in life. As always, my